Was Hiccup really the hero we all thought he was? Or was his bond with Toothless rooted in something darker? Let's dig deeper into the story of Burke's unlikeliest duo to uncover the truth. On the surface, it's a feel-good tale of friendship. A boy and a dragon bridging the gap between two warring worlds. But what if the beginning of their bond wasn't about friendship at all? What if it was about strategy, survival, and desperation? What if Hiccup, the underdog we all root for, started out by using Toothless as a way to fix his broken life? Question opens up an entirely new way of viewing how to train your dragon. It's not just a story of courage and loyalty, but one of complex motives, hidden flaws, and personal redemption. Stick around as we explore how Hiccup's rocky start with Toothless evolved into one of the most iconic friendships in modern animation. To understand the controversy, let's first explore who Hiccup was before Toothless entered his life. Simply put, he was the opposite of everything a Viking aspired to be. Small, skinny, and awkward, Hiccup was a misfit in a village built on strength and combat. Imagine growing up in a world where your worth is measured by your ability to fight dragons, massive, fire-breathing beasts that can destroy an entire fleet in seconds. Now imagine being the one person in the village who couldn't lift a hammer properly, let alone swing it at a dragon. That was Hiccup's reality. But it wasn't just his size or lack of strength that made him an outcast. Hiccup's mind worked differently. While others followed tradition, he was innovative, creating strange contraptions and questioning the old ways. This curiosity, which we now admire, made him an outsider among his peers and a source of frustration for his father. And his father, Stoic the Vast, wasn't just any Viking. He was the chief, strong, fearless, and respected. Imagine the pressure of being the son of someone so larger than life, and yet feeling like you'd never live up to his expectations. Stoic didn't just want Hiccup to fit in, he needed him to. The future of Burke depended on it. This dynamic created an impossible situation for Hiccup. He wasn't just trying to survive adolescence, he was fighting for a place in a world that seemed to have no room for someone like him. And then came the night he shot down a dragon, a moment that changed everything. Let's go back to that fateful night. Hiccup, desperate to prove himself, creates a machine to take down a dragon. But not just any dragon, a night fury, the most feared and mysterious creature in the skies. This wasn't an ordinary attempt to earn respect. Hiccup was swinging for the fences, aiming for a target so legendary that success would elevate him in the eyes of the entire village. And then, against all odds, he succeeds. His invention works, bringing the night fury crashing to the ground. But when Hiccup finally finds the downed dragon, he's faced with a choice: kill it and prove his worth, or let it go. At first, the answer seems obvious. Killing the dragon would silence his critics, earn his father's approval, and finally give him the respect he's always craved. But something stops him. Is it compassion? Guilt? Or perhaps the realization that there might be another way to turn this situation to his advantage? By sparing Toothless, Hiccup doesn't just make a moral choice, he creates an opportunity. At first, Toothless isn't a friend, he's a secret weapon. By observing the dragon, Hiccup begins to learn things no Viking has ever known: how dragons behave, what they fear, and what they're capable of. He uses this knowledge to excel in dragon training, impressing the village and earning admiration, for the first time in his life. But here's the question. Was this purely strategic? Did Hiccup's initial bond with Toothless stem from genuine curiosity and kindness, or was it driven by a desire to fix his reputation? The truth is likely a mix of both, which makes their story even more fascinating. As the story progresses, something begins to shift. Hiccup's relationship with Toothless evolves from exploitation to partnership, and eventually to genuine friendship. But when exactly does that happen? One of the most pivotal moments is when Hiccup extends his hand to Toothless. This act of trust is monumental, not just for their relationship, but for what it represents. Toothless, a wild and powerful creature, chooses to trust a human, something no dragon had done before. And Hiccup, for the first time, begins to see Toothless as more than just a means to an end. Then, there are the flight sequences. These moments aren't just visually stunning, they symbolize a growing bond. Flying together requires perfect synchronization, mutual trust, and an unspoken understanding. It's no longer about Hiccup controlling Toothless, It's about them working together as equals. But even as their relationship deepens, Hiccup keeps secrets. He hides Toothless from the village, knowing that revealing their friendship could destroy everything he's gained. This secrecy creates tension, raising the question, how much of their bond is built on trust and how much is still rooted in fear of rejection? Hiccup's response is immediate and selfless. He defies his father, the village, and even his own fear to save Toothless. This act of bravery isn't just about survival, it's about loyalty. Hiccup isn't fighting for glory or validation anymore. He's fighting for the life of someone he loves. This transformation doesn't just affect Hiccup, it changes Berk forever. The village that once saw dragons as enemies now sees them as allies, and Hiccup, the boy who was once ridiculed, becomes a leader, not because of his strength, but because of his courage and empathy. This is the ultimate redemption arc. Hiccup begins the story as a flawed, desperate teenager, but ends it as a hero. And while his initial intentions may have been questionable, his actions prove that people, and dragons, can change. So, did Hiccup exploit Toothless? The answer isn't simple. At first, yes, he used Toothless as a way to prove himself, but their relationship evolved into something deeper, built on trust, sacrifice, and mutual respect. What do you think? Was Hiccup's relationship with Toothless more about strategy or heart? Let me know your thoughts in the comments, and don't forget to like and subscribe for more deep dives into your favorite movies.